All right, so today I'm going to do an unboxing and a first impressions of this Blackout Defense complete upper receiver that I decided to go ahead and give a shot. Uh, Went ahead and bought it. It's a 14.5 inch mid-length gas complete upper receiver. They call it the Blackout Defense DTL. I think that's the SKU for it, 92210 maybe. That's the box. And Blackout Defense, kind of an interesting company. It's kind of a newcomer, more or less, to the AR-15 market. Now, from what I understand, the owner, he's a aerospace engineer, and he's had defense contracts with the likes of Honeywell, Boeing, making parts for ICBM missiles, Bradley tanks, Apache helicopters. And in the process of gaining those contracts and getting all the machinery for those parts, more or less, he decided to utilize those machines to start manufacturing AR parts like triggers and now complete uppers. And from what I understand, they're a new company. I only think they've been making complete uppers and complete firearms for a year and a half, maybe at most. So not that long. I know everyone's main criticism, at least online that I've seen, has been that they're untested. It's a brand that they've never heard of, and they think for the price point, which I will say, Blackout Defense comes within like the higher mids to even like high range as far as their like complete ARs go. I think you can get a complete AR for like 22, maybe $2,500. So it's not inexpensive by any means. So this upper, if you were to purchase from Blackout's website, it would be about 1,200, maybe $1,300 in the exact configuration as you're going to see. So I didn't pay 1,250 for this or 13 for this. I paid 750 plus I got like 130 bucks cash back on my next purchase. So that's the reason why I bought it. I've been interested in this upper for a while. The price was right for it, and for I think for what you get, it's probably a good buy for that price. So let's go ahead and unbox it here. And I will say the box is quite nice and stuff. So pretty simple, which I kind of like. Comes with a sticker. And there's a owner's manual, I guess. There's a coupon code, I guess, for 10% off. I think that's probably universal. That's probably not just registered to this card. So feel free to use that. Don't really care. And here is the upper. It is a fully billet receiver set if you were to buy the complete rifle or like a builder set or something like that. I know they've sold builder sets, but I don't see one currently on their website. You can buy complete uppers or rifles from what I understand, and like maybe some small parts like an end plate. I don't think you can buy their charging handles. I don't know if you can buy their bolt carrier groups, their Brandon bolt carrier groups, but you can see that right there. The upper receiver, it is 7075 T6 aluminum, Type 3 hard coat anodized in black. There's it's interesting design. That's a very small brass deflector right there. No forward assist. It has an enlarged opening for your bolt release or bolt catch. No T markings on the top of the upper receiver. And the handguard, there's just a smooth transition from the upper receiver to the handguard. Very, very simple looking design as far as the aesthetics go. And then I do know that they drill out two holes in the upper receiver and the handguard and pin steel dowel rods in this to keep the handguard from rotating. The handguard itself is made out of 6061 extruded aluminum. I believe it is seven-sided M-LOK. It looks like it's seven-sided M-LOK. That is an upgrade over the previous generations of quantum uppers. I'm not sure if this is a quantum, but they call this a DTL. But I think they're used, yeah, dual taper lock. They used to sell quantum uppers, which had a different handguard and stuff. And then these have these little slots for your QDs and stuff. So no T markings on the top of the rail itself. And then the barrel nut, It's kind of it's a proprietary barrel nut and barrel design. You have to buy the barrel and the barrel nut together, or the handguard and the barrel, I should say, go together. The first barrel nut you time with the gas block to hand tight, and then the second one you torque down to actual spec, and it tapers into the other barrel nut. What it's supposed to do, it's supposed to like center and align the barrel to the receiver in the barrel nut to make it more straight. And then I don't know. It's supposed to put even pressure on the chamber. The chamber is supposed to be more supported. You can see how far. Hold on. Let's see if I can get that in camera. You can see how far that barrel nut comes out. So it pretty much comes out all the way to here. So it is a pretty long barrel nut system. And that's the DTL, the dual taper lock system. And then the barrel itself looks quite nice. It is 416R stainless. The owner said that they only use like a German grade steel for their barrels, which is a higher quality steel than most other manufacturers will use. Whether or not that's a benefit or not, I don't know. It is chambered in 223 wild, a 1 in 8 twist. I'm not sure what the gas port size is, but it is made in the USA. They're in Arizona, somewhere around the Phoenix area, I would assume. And those concentric circles on the barrel itself, that's supposed to help with barrel harmonics and heat dissipation. Whether or not that's true or not, I do not know, but it does look cool, doesn't it? Very nice looking barrel. I do like that they nitrided a stainless barrel or stainless steel barrel. And nitride kind of gives it a little more heat resistance and corrosion resistance. And then they give you a little thread protector. Let's look at the crown. Crown is nothing to write home about. Black on the inside, so obviously you can't nitride or you can't chrome nitrided coatings and stuff. So gas block, 0.750 diameter gas block journal. Judging by the set screws and how they're screwed in, it does not look like the barrels are dimpled. Let's see, it's kind of hard to tell how raised that front one is, but I don't think the barrel is dimpled either. The gas block definitely isn't pinned, but even without the muzzle device, this complete upper was still $760. So it's not a cheap upper, but I'd say that's a good price for this particular for this particular manufacturer of upper. And from what I understand, Blackout Defense actually manufactures almost all their parts. So their barrels, handguards, their uppers, the bolt carrier groups, charging handles, everything. Their lowers. They manufacture almost all their parts. The bolt, or the carrier, I should say, what is that going to be? 9310. It's either what is it, 8620, 9310? I think it's 8620 for the actual carrier portion, and then your actual bolt itself could be any combination of Carpenter 158, which Carpenter 158 is actually mil spec, and then 9310 would be the inferior version of a bolt, in my opinion. So this is Carpenter 158. It is magnetic particle inspected, but I see no HP, so I don't believe this is high pressure tested. Cam pin also looks nitrided. No witness marks on the actual cam pin itself. Seems like it should be. Gas ring should be good on this, brand new. Staking looks okay. It looks decent. Looks like it will hold up, and then looks like a mil spec firing pin, probably chrome plated and stuff. And then a little laser etch of Blackout's logo. So I do like that they logo their bolt carrier groups. And then there's the charging handle, and they do make this. This is called the Striker. Ooh, not a big fan of the charging handle. Don't like that exposed spring right there. And you can kind of hear it too. Not the smoothest charging handle. I don't know. These are quite expensive if you were to purchase them separately. These are about $90 to $100, so not entirely sure it's worth it. Don't see any extra machining where they thought about the gas and how the gas, you know how some manufacturers will put like gas ports and stuff in their charging handle. Well, how well those work, I don't I don't really, I haven't really noticed a difference, but I don't shoot suppressed unless it's with somebody else's. So, but for that price, I think they should offer at least those features to make me feel a little bit better about justifying $100 charging handle. So just my opinion. Anyway, so and then you got just a mil spec ejection port cover and whatnot. So good looking upper. We'll see how it shoots. Whether or not all this fancy engineering and tolerances and whether or not this is going to hold up and if it's accurate, we will see. But I thought it was interesting and good enough priced to warrant a purchase, in my opinion. So definitely will support companies that think outside the box, that try different things. That way, we can actually innovate the industry and stuff. So, if you want to just keep running mil spec stuff, that's great. You can. There's nothing wrong with mil spec stuff. I like to try things just a little bit different sometimes, and this is definitely a flavor that's a little bit different in the AR world. This is definitely a modernized look at the AR, which I am appreciative of. I like people when they try to make things new and different. And doesn't always work, but when it does, sometimes it's really good. So I don't know if this is really good. Hopefully it is. So we will see. So that's my first impressions of this Blackout Defense upper. I will say, I once I purchased this upper, I could put receipts and stuff in. The price went back up on it. I don't really see those for these anymore. Maybe they'll go back on sale at some point. So unfortunately, you probably won't be able to find this particular model or anyone for that price range here and for at least a little while now. But man, $760. Would you buy this for $760? Uh, I'll do I'll do one more thing before I'm done with this first impression. So I'm willing to spend $100 on just a regular bolt carrier group, Toolcraft, uh, magnesium phosphate. I'll spend $100 on a nitride bolt carrier group, in the right times. I'll spend $150 on a billet upper receiver, on a decent upper receiver. If I can get away with $100 billet, great. I'll spend $70, $50 on a charging handle. I'll spend $150, maybe $200 on a good rail. I'll spend $200 on a barrel. I'll spend 40, $50 on a gas block and a gas tube, just for a non-adjustable one. You factor in all that, and I meant, would this be my first choice in handguard? No. Seven-sided M-lock, I'm good with. I like the design of the barrel. The upper receiver looks decent. The charging handle, I probably skip. The bolt carrier group, I'm sure is just fine. So you add up all those costs and what I'm willing to spend on some of these parts. I'd say it's definitely well worth that $750 price mark. Whether it's worth the actual MSRP of that 1250 mark, that would be tough for me. So if you wanted to buy the full rifle, I get it. I wish they sold their lower separately because I'd just buy a lower eventually down the road. But definitely an interesting looking upper. Definitely an interesting design. They thought well outside the box. Hopefully the tolerances and the machining for the actual working parts are good. The fit and finish looks fantastic. So hopefully we'll see if this ends up being a good upper. And I plan on doing a comparison on some of these nicer uppers that I purchased here over the past few years. So, but anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching and join me next time.